All right. So our runaway cat, we need to keep our cat in the box, right? We want our cat to run away, but say our cat leaves the box and it's not great. It'd be nice if the cat looked worried the whole time too. We don't actually have that cat showing up to be worried. Um, so there's some things we can do to tweak that. For example, we could just say, well, let's not move it half the buffer. Let's move it a third of the buffer. See if that makes a difference right there. We don't necessarily have to move everything by equal amounts. Um, it's maybe not quite helping all the way. But anyway, let's fix the other problem first. So how do we figure out when the cat needs to stay on the screen? Well, it's pretty easy. If the cat starts to extend past the end of the screen, then I want to probably jump it around someplace else. Like maybe if it goes to the bottom of the screen, jump to the top or jump to the side or what any logic I can look at there. So basically, what I want to know is did the shift that I just made to the cat drive it off the screen? So for example, if um, so there's its new location, right? That's where we're going to put it here in a second. So if, oops, sorry, Shift X. If that is greater than, well, what's the size of the window? Well, self.window, that's what we create up above, dot winfo width. Well, if that's the case, then let's change, hmm. So it's, well, here, we have this down here. So, well, we can either do some math and figure out where Shift X is going to be, or I can just say, no, here, let's just do this the simple way for the moment. We'll fix out the whole problem in a second. You might not see what my issue is right now, but I'll show it to you in a second. Um, right? So let's, if we're off to the side of the screen, well, let's just set this to be 0, right? So if we go greater than the screen, we'll throw the cat at the top of the screen. Or, I mean, to the right of the screen, excuse me. Let's see what this does now. So, oh, shoot, I broke something. winfo x on line 49. Oops, let me turn on my line numbers, which I should have done a long time ago. Line 49. Okay, so what did oh, width. It's a function call. So self.window.winfo width. Yes, I think it's a function call. Nope, maybe not. Oh, um, yes, cat. Self.cat. Sorry. Simple, no mistake. So remove the cat to the right. Oh, there you go. I push the cat off, it ends up being back to 0. Cool. Now, the problem is going to be I'm going to have a bunch of if then else statements here. Um, well, maybe that's not the worst. Let's leave it for a moment. We have a lot of copies of paste statements here, and I don't love that. But we'll check the X and we'll check the Y. So if Y plus Y shift is greater than winfo height, then well, X should stay. Well, okay. See now I'm getting to the problem here, right? So what is X going to be? Well, X is going to be what X was up above, and yeah. So here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. So let's just make new X and new Y, right? And so let's just set new X to be this, and let's set new Y to be that because I don't know which one I'm supposed to do up above. I don't want to have crazy amounts of logic inside of here. And instead of doing this here, we can just say new x is equal to 0. Oops, I don't need a semicolon. And I don't need to do anything with that one. And this was going to be, oops. Let's take this out, and let's take this out, and let's move this back over and say new y is equal to 0. And let's put this at new x and new y. So let's try this real quick. And I need actually 2 lines there. Simple. Okay, well we didn't fix the other way yet, but let's move it down. Oh, there you go. Cat shows up there, and cat shows up there. Cool. We got it working up and down, not left and right yet. We got it working up and down. All right, so left and right, well, we can do that as well. So let's just say else, no, elif, excuse me. Well, we want to say, oh, and by the way, this can be new x now, right? Else if new x is less than 0, right? So if we're moving to the top of the screen, well, where do we want to put it then? So new x, I mean, to the left of the screen is equal to, well, maybe we want the width. So let's try that. So we move out the right of the screen, we move, oh, wait, it disappeared. Oh yeah, because I set the new x all the way over here at the edge, it's off the screen. Well, let's get the width of the cat, which is all the way up here. Self.cat width info. So we'll move it all the way to the right of the screen minus the width of the cat. So let's move it here. Yeah, there you go. Cat jumps to either side of the screen. Beautiful. And so we can do the same thing up here. If the new y, oops, is less than 0, the new y is going to be the height minus the height. Take a look at it. Oh, there you go. And oops, doesn't want to move up. Oh, wait, what'd I do? Oh, I spelled height wrong. There you go. Try it again. Oop, wait. H-E-I-G-H-T H-E-I-G-T-H. You might have caught that. I missed it. Sorry. Hold on. I've got too many of these. There you go. Go in here. W. Where did I do that? Line 60. H-E-I-G. Oh. Yes. I apparently have been very consistent in my spelling it wrong. Oh, there you go. I jump off the top of the screen there. And if I make it a really big screen, full screen there, you can see then I can chase my cat all around. So it's still somewhat imperfect, but it's not bad. You know, the cat ends up in the corners, but I can play with that by, instead of putting it all the way at the end, I could, tweak it by the buffer if I want to. So I can take this and instead of moving it all the way to the 0, I move it to 0 plus the buffer, or a height minus the buffer, or something like that. But now we have a ridiculously intricate little bit of tiny, easy math, a lot of involved logic, but to be able to solve this relatively simple problem takes some complexity. There isn't a simpler way to solve this problem. I can't just simply have a magical math formula inside here. I mean, I guess you could to some degree, but we can also just do this, using the characteristics of it, greater than, less than, deciding where it is, and solving the problem. So that's one way to solve this moving mouse approach. If you want to, you can see how to do it with Python components, which is the alternative path, and hopefully shows you a different approach that in some ways is significantly easier and in some ways is just different.